Hello, my name's Simon Cross, and in this short little video I'm going to show you how to make an insect hibernator. Now this is a great little project to do with children. They're fantastic in the garden, brilliant in the allotment, fruit garden, and a really great way to support insects through the winter. So let's see how to do it. So to make your insect hibernator, you're going to need a pair of scissors, a pair of secateurs, some lengths of bamboo cane, or you could use twigs and sticks as long as they're nice and straight, an empty lemonade bottle with the label taken off and ideally rinsed out, and a piece of twine or string about 2 feet long. So the first thing we need to do is to cut the top and the bottom off of our bottle. Now I've already done this one, so that can come off of there, that can come off of there, and then we're going to use the sleeve that made up the centre of the bottle. So once we've got our plastic sleeve, we take the piece of string and then drop it through the centre, pick it up on the other side and bring the two ends together and tie a little knot. And then that's going to be the string from which we suspend our hibernator. Now at this stage, if you're working with young people particularly, maybe you're a cub leader or a beaver leader, you can decorate a bit of paper. I've put some ladybirds on here, but spiders or any sorts of insects. Let's roll that up into a tube and then pop that inside the plastic sleeve. Then just let it expand. It will naturally expand to the size of the sleeve, and then it just makes it a bit more decorative, but also the paper stays dry inside, so it'll last for quite a long time. Now once you get to this stage, you can start filling your hibernator with sticks and twigs. Top tip, I was using bamboo. It's really difficult to use. It's really hard when it's dried out, so I wouldn't use that. I'd go for bits of green twig, or in this case I've actually used willow. It's much easier to use, much easier to cut. Okay, let's go. Okay, another little tip, when you get towards the end and it's feeling really nice and tight, and it needs to be as well, put your final sticks into the centre so that you don't tear the paper, and then that should finish the job off nicely. Looks like one of those tidies you put on your desk. Look at that. And there you have it, the finished article. So we can now turn that on its side. It's all nice and tight, it holds itself together. And now that can be hung up in the allotment somewhere, in the garden, and it can be used for insect hibernation. They actually nest in between all the little twigs and sticks in there, and that'll do you a couple of years and look great. Now you may have got to the end of that video and thought, well, all well and good, but where am I going to get the sticks from, and how am I going to cut them all to length, and oh my goodness. Here's a slight variation. It's using recycled materials again, but it's just maybe a little bit simpler for some people to do. So once again, we're going to take our plastic lemonade bottle. This time I'm only going to cut the bottom off, and then we're going to put some cardboard inside there. So take a piece of card, which we cut to length, well, cut to width actually. You just cut it to the size of the bottle you're going to use. Roll that up. Go. Now this time the insects are going to pupate inside and between the rolls of card instead of the sticks, but a very similar idea. And now that goes inside your bottle like that, and again let it expand to the size of the bottle you're using. Again, you could use some paper in there which you decorate with insects and pictures or whatever you want to do. Put that in the inside of that, just like we did previously. And this time you make 2 holes in the side of the bottle. I'm actually going to use a little stick for this, so push that through one side, whoop, out the other, and that looks quite cute. A little bit of stick of some sort, I think it's quite nice. You could use wire or string or something like that. and then we need a little bit of string or wire on the top just to suspend it in the tree, and that will work in exactly the same way as the other hibinator, but it uses a few more recycled materials, and it's quite cool and easy to do. Now, if you want to have a go at building something a little bit more ambitious, you could try building a mini beast hotel. Now, this is a series of pallets stacked on top of each other, and then we popped in here some things like plant pots, bits of wood, sticks again, anything where insects can pupate and hibernate over winter. This one's even got a thatched roof, so that's some straw underneath some chicken wire, and that's just stapled on top. So quite grand and imposing, and it's good fun, and a great way to fill a little corner in the garden.